Our focus tonight on the program, ahead of Osun 2026 governorship election, APC, PDP bicker over Adeleke's failed defection, and also at some point we'll switch gears to talk about suspension from Senate. Natasha Akpotudwagan denied access into National Assembly. Welcome, I am Dakbo Adigboye. Let's get the answers. The Osun State caucus of the People's Democratic Party, also known as the PDP, has endorsed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for re-election in 2027 in a communique issued after a meeting at the Government House in Osogbo on Monday. The caucus also reaffirmed support for Adeleke, governor of Osun State, to seek a second term in 2026. Now, joining me to discuss this is Dr. Benson Enikuomehin, is a legal practitioner. I also have Jamiu Olawunmi, is the former special advisor on education to Governor then Oyetola. Thank you for your time, gentlemen. All right, let me start by asking you, Mr. Olawunmi, I mean, looking at this development we are seeing in Osun State right now, where it appears Governor Adeleke, has given an endorsement, so to speak, to the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He belongs to the PDP. The President belongs to the All Progressives Congress. I mean, what does this signal for you as regards the politics in Osun State?
My name is Jamiu Olawunmi.
Apologies for that. Thank you for... All right.
It's my pleasure to be here. And I like to say that for an average Nigerian or any human being anywhere who wants to keep money and save money with a bank is only confirming the integrity of that system. That whenever you want your money 24/7, you can just get to the bank and take your money. So integrity is what the bank eats and sells to be in good shape. The same thing when you talk about leadership. Leadership requires integrity before you can say you're going to follow that kind of a leadership. The PDP position yesterday that they will support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027 is not coming to us as a surprise, because in 2023 they didn't support Asiwaju, they supported Atiku Abubakar, and they gave all that it took to make sure the PDP-led APC in Osun State by about 10,000 votes. I can recollect very, very sincerely and well that over 31 people were killed, were murdered in cold blood towards that election. However, Oyo State was not under APC, it was PDP Governor Seyi Makinde. And they said delivered to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2023. So you'll be surprised that even the state that didn't make a pledge or a pronouncement on who to support delivered for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is the situation of the past that has been haunting the PDP in Osun State. However, this is coming as National Assembly members, some are resigning from the party and joining the APC. One would now want to ask, why at this time? The thing is, PDP led by Governor Adeleke in Osun State has introduced hatred, bigotry, nepotism, favoritism into governance. And people who joined him in canvassing for Osun State votes in 2022, they had an agreement, one, to deliver on good education, which he has failed to do in 3 years. This governor sacked, properly recruited 1,500 teachers, whose payment and takeoff was confirmed by the Osun State House of Assembly in the budget of year 2022-2023. He sacked over 650 health workers in the Osun State today. If you go to primary health centers, nurses and medical practitioners don't run shift again. You only go there 8 o'clock and come back 8 o'clock in the evening. which is practically against the labor ethics anywhere in the world. If you look at
Mr. Jamiu Olawunmi, you have made some really grave, what I call it, allegations right now against the governor. But I mean, this same governor, seems to also get a pass mark when it comes to welfare, as regards public workers in the state. But I'll come back to you for clarity as regards some of the issues you have raised. Let me come to you, Barrister Benson. So it's great to have you. What do you make of what we are seeing in Osun State, where Governor Adeleke seems to be giving President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a thumbs up ahead of 2027? Are we looking at a situation whereby maybe it might just be defecting to, like some members of the party, that's the PDP, that we've witnessed in the previous weeks?
Well, politics is a game of number. I want to believe very strongly that the members of APC in Osun State are not enough to do it alone. That statement means that they should be willing to open their hands and open their arms to receive people if they need more. A situation in which they close their rank and close people from coming in, it's not political, it's not neat enough. It is the more the merrier. That is on one side. Now for Governor Adeleke and his team, I am a bit shocked as to the panicking measure they are taking. If the governor has been there in the saddle for the past 3 years or thereabout, his works should speak for him. He should be confident enough to go to the people and tell them, I want a second term. And from the things I have read on the papers, pages of newspapers, and a few I've watched on television, I think those words can speak for him. Now, panic measure of saying we will vote for president in 2023, has your party decided that? Has the president come to you to talk to you to say, this is my aboriginal home state, please support me? Was that measure made across or over to him? Why the panic measure? Well, politics is local.
Sorry to interrupt you, but we know that some weeks back there were images I watched online where the governor and some of his family members went to pay the president a supposedly private visit. So maybe, just maybe, some of these issues that you have raised might have transpired. Or what do you think? 30 seconds before we go on this break.
Well, if they do transpire, the governor should know the people of the state will take that decision. His own election comes first before that of the president. So my people say, if fire mistakenly stumble on you, and then you need to remove the fire on you before you remove that of your son. I think as a member of the PDP, he should stand firm, campaign on the platform of PDP. If he wins, let him win. If he loses, so be it. But to be talking from the two sides of the mouth is not neat enough for a chief executive of a state. If you want to go to APC, the people are saying, we don't want you. Why don't you remain in your own house and slug it out? I believe if he does that, that will show manliness and seriousness for the party. The PDP supported him to be governor. They have not abandoned him. Why is he jumping the ship?
Typical question there. Dr. Benson, thank you so much. We'll go on a quick break. When we return, we'll explore this issue from another point of view. Stay with us. We'll be right back. This is PHQ. Thank you for staying with us. It's still Politics HQ on News Central Television. I still have my guests with me. Let me come to you, Mr. Olawunmi. Mr. Olawunmi, I mean, you're a member of the All Progressives Congress in Osun State, and there were speculations that of a possible defection of the governor to the APC in the state. And there are also rumors that the APC doesn't want him. So I don't know, maybe if you can confirm if any of this is true, and if that be the case, I'm going to put it to you directly as an APC member of the state. Should the governor choose to defect to the APC, will you as a party member of the APC in Osun State welcome him?
Thank you very much. I will not welcome him. And I'll give you about 3-4 reasons. The legal man with us, the lawyer, barrister, I appreciate you. The panic he has 4 reasons. Osun State today has become a pot of salad where you can count the components of what you put in the plate. We have never been this divided. Governor Adeleke is the Commissioner for Works. Is from Ede. The special advisor to Governor on Works, Dr. B.T. Salam, is Ede. Is from Ede. The Permanent Secretary Minister of Works is also from Ede. The Director of Public Works, Public Building, is also from Ede. That is the way he has reconfigured the state to serve Ede people interested. If you look at it about 4 or 5 days ago, EFCC announced people who are on a searchlight. Governor Adeleke's name came on number 10. He has never visited Asiwaju Bola Tinubu for 30 months. The governors will go there to pay salary homage, sit down with number 1 citizen in Nigeria. He had never, until he started to have problems, that he's now looking for Asiwaju. Perhaps he thinks whoever joins APC as a governor, whoever, is sin will be forgiven. It cannot be, because the corruption, the fight against corruption in Nigeria under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a real fight. If you look at the success the current EFCC chairman had recorded, and if you look at it, the workers in Osun State from our research department were calling us that they don't want Adeleke in our party, because he pays their welfare, he pays their salary. Nonetheless, Ede man takes precedence when it comes to appointment and promotion among the civil service.
So you are saying, I'm sorry, just to interrupt you, sir. You are saying one of the reasons, according to you, is that his appointments have been lopsided. They seem to be nepotistic towards a certain region.
Now, a new university, they have appointed over 200 workers from Ede alone.
Is there also... I mean, talking about the APC in the state also not wanting to have him, could there also be some sort of connection between himself, maybe the relationship between himself, that's the governor, and the former governor Oyetola being, you know, a nephew to the president?
Any political party who have deciding minds is going to be a liability for the next election on us. Let him stay there, solve his problems. If he wins, but which I know he cannot, because the government has been decimated. He cannot allow workers in local government to go to work for over 6 months. They cannot take their cooperative and money. They cannot do so many other things that normally workers would do. Everybody is against it. Everybody is angry.
All right.
So I cannot come now to disrupt the peaceful atmosphere in our political movement towards winning the election in 2026.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me leave you for a moment and come to Dr. Benson. Dr. Benson, you said that this move by the governor appears panicky. I mean, that's the key word there. Why? I would like you to, elaborate more on what that entails. And could all of this, what I call it, shaking loyalty to the party, also stem from what is happening within the People's Democratic Party? We have seen some key members of your party leave, right? And I mean, looking at the whole internal politics and what I call a crisis within the party, could this also be a motivation for the governor to say, you know what, for the sake of my political ambition, for the sake of my political relevance, I need to move on to, you know, maybe a party that seemingly seems united?
Let me make it abundantly clear. I was a member of the PDP. I am now into legal practice stricto sensu. I'm not into any political party as at now. But be that as it may, let me address the issue of the nepotism that the gentleman raised. I should be bold enough to say this. A good number of our governors are not doing too well in this respect. They go ahead, after they would have been voted to office, they now begin to pick members of their families, out of the wife and of the sister, even contrary to merit. And that is not fair enough. I also see that this also happens at the federal level. Because Mr. President, for example, has been accused of choosing majority of his staff from Lagos alone. A good number of persons from the Southwest are also complaining. And these are issues being raised. I think our politicians should be broad-minded, and they should act in the best interest of the state. Like the gentleman said, I'm not from Osun State. If the concentration is on Ede alone, that will not be fair enough. Let it be spread among the 3 senatorial districts that we have in the state. Be that as it may, the opposition will always be having an issue with any party at the center. I think Governor Adeleke should sit down with his men. They should re-strategize. They should work. Now, look at what the president did when he was governor of Lagos State. In 2003, 5 state governments were taken over by PDP. It only remained AD in Lagos. The man stayed. The man fought. The man worked. The man labored. And today, he is reaping the fruit of his consistency, of his work, and of his labor. What is it that these governors are running all about? Will the president come and be voting in their states? Will the president come and be voting in their local government? Why are they not serious? If you have done well, you can go to your people and tell your people, I am here again. And the people will know that the days of federal might are gone. It is not the purchase of the people. It is what you have done for the people, what you have told them, and they have seen your action. And then the people will believe you. So I see this nepotism going around the entire nation, and which is not good enough. Now, I also see the panicking measure which I have addressed. The man does not need it. If he's beginning to panic, the opposition will work on it. The opposition in Osun State is APC. They will work on it. Stay in your house. Fight from your house. Work in your house. If you succeed, you will be called a man. If tomorrow APC decides to become another party, will he be jumping from one place to the other? I think people should be very serious. Politics, while it is a game of number, it's a game in which you want to take over the ahem of affairs, but there should be dignity. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu showed consistency, showed commitment, even when President Obasanjo was stifling Lagos of funds. The man stood, he looked inward, Why are these ones jumping from one place to the other?
All right,
if you're not having problem, you are creating one for yourself. If I am eating rat in my house, and I pretend as if to say I am eating elephant.
All right.
No.
All right, Dr. Benson, thank you so much. I know you have a lot to say, but let me just quickly move the conversation to Mr. Olawunmi. Now, you sort of gave the governor a bloody nose when you talked about some of his achievements in the state. You said he hasn't done well in certain sectors, but permit me to, and you may choose to correct me if you feel that maybe I went out of line, to put some records straight. We know that there's the establishment of a certain university in Ilesha, which has received a takeoff grant and accreditation, for its courses. There's also a bit of, will I call it improvement when it comes to the healthcare in the state. There's the Imole Surgical and Medical Outreach, 2,000 persons, if not more, in about 9 federal constituencies have benefited from this. And we have seen infrastructure too. Some pivotal, will I call it, works there. And also the payment of 12 billion naira in pension debts, surpassing the 11 billion naira settled by the previous administration over 12 years. Let me stop there for a few. Like I said, if you feel that you want to challenge some of this, feel free. So I'm also going to ask, and it did also borrow money. So compared to the previous administration, which has served in the state. So how do you react to some of these things?
Thank you very much. Oyetola government administration for 4 years did not borrow money as well. It was Adeleke government of 8 years that borrowed money, and Oyetola paid 97 billion naira out of the debt the state incurred under Adeleke. But let me tell you this: the University of Ilesha you talked about, Oyetola government, after parting away with Lautech Ubomosho, established University of Ilesha. We took the license on November 24, 2022 in Abuja. You can fact check. Second, you are talking about a government paying salaries as at when due. This same government at Osun State Polytechnic made somebody on the list with number 15 ranking to become the rector and sacked Dr. Olatayo, who was the substantive rector. The man is roaming about the streets now on empty stomach. The same thing at SAOK. He also placed an Ede person, like he did in Ere, on SAOK. Somebody who came to contest election for House of Assembly in the Osun State College of Education in Ilorin on the platform of PDP, working at the Federal College of Education Special Oyo, has been made the provost of Ila. Professor Jima, who was legitimately proved there, has been suspended. He could not go back to Futa Akure. Likewise, he was not being paid. It's at the industrial ablation panel.
Sorry. I know you keep making reference. I know you keep making reference to his style of appointment, saying it's from a region. But some Nigerians watching this program will say, what if these people are competent? Why not competence over maybe where you come from?
No. Somebody who is on number 15 in ranking cannot remove number 1, who is already serving as substantive rector. If you come to Osogbo, you see the minibuses. They don't have place number. It was governor's elder sister that owns those buses, doing commercial activities, not having plate number, but a poster on the body, Yeyedupe Adeleke Islamic Foundation. That is the way they have Edenized the entire Osun State. We have never had it this bad. All these things you can fast check. You can come to Osogbo, you can send your reporter to come and do it.
All right. So
the workers who are paid salaries are now rated second class because vacancies that exist will be filled by another person from another part of the state if there is no Ede man that is qualified. Permanent secretary 31, Ede alone has 9 permanent secretaries.
All right, Mr. Olawunmi, thank you so much. We'll go on a quick break. When we return, we'll definitely dig deeper into this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Many thanks for staying with us. And if you're just joining in, this is Politics HQ. We're looking at politics and governance in Osun State with some of the recent political events happening there. I still have my guest with me. Thank you for staying with me. Now, let me come to you, Dr. Benson. Dr. Benson, you raised a pivotal issue, questioning the style of governance of not just even the Osun State governor right now, but you seem to say a certain habit seems to have gone viral across the style of governance of many governors. And you are advocating that, these individuals should be more responsible, more efficient, should answer to the people. We know that this, the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did make allocations, increased it, for many of these governors. And Nigerians are beginning to ask pivotal questions. But I'd like you to speak on, particularly from the angle of the law. There's local government autonomy, for instance, where a Supreme Court judgment came up that they should get their allocations directly. But implementation, as we speak, seems to be an issue. How do you think, when it comes to some of these judicial, well, I call it orders and pronouncement, how do you think enforcement and compliance can happen?
I think the federal government chickened out on this matter. It was the Attorney General of the Federation, the Minister of Justice, that went to court and asked the Supreme Court to determine that issue. And the Supreme Court, over a year ago, made pronouncement, very succinct and direct, that the allocation should be given to the local government directly, and that even governments of the state that refuse to comply should one way or the other be dealt with. Their allocation should not be made. And the court went further to say where governors appoint the local government executive, this word of caretaker, that no provision should be made to them. The money should not be given to those local governments. I think the federal government should go further, other than just getting the judgment of the court. The federal government needs to do more than just the pronouncement. These governors don't want to obey because they are ripping off the local government. They are stealing from the money from the local government. The local governments are as good as dead. They are not functioning. For example, I am from Ondo State. I know that my local government earns much more, above 203 to 400 million every month. I know that. I am from Ilaje. What has that local government done? The chairman of that council may not be able to say anything. If he says something, it will be removed. And so these governors are not sincere. Across the length and breadth of Nigeria, maybe one or two, out of the 36 states governor, I am sure not up to 10 will be able to raise up their hands to say, I allow the local government to spend their money as given to them from the federal allocation. Because this money are appropriated. If you say the local government chairman are not mature enough to manage their resources, how can somebody say that? Any of the local government chairmen could be governor of a state. Allow them to manage their resources. The councillors are there. So I believe the federal government that went to court through the office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice should do more in this respect, or else it will be like killing a fish in the river, bringing it ashore and dump it somewhere, and the fish will just get rotting.
All right.
To all that will happen. And so, federal government should do more. It shouldn't be political solution.
All right. Thank you, sir. Let me also.
given to local government are spent by the local people, because that is the closest governmental body that is closer to the people.
All right, sir. Thank you. Your point definitely has been taken. Thank you so much, sir. Let me also direct the same question to you, Mr. Olawunmi. This issue of local government autonomy and its implementation. I mean, you're a member of the APC in Osun State. Can we confidently say that local governments over there receive revenue directly from the federal purse now?
Thank you. Before the February 10 judgment of Akure Court of Appeal that reinstated the APC chairman in office that was served by Adeleke when he assumed office in 2022, before then, you have a government preparing a budget to the House of Assembly that is going to construct 1.5 kilometers in every local government, 30 plus the area office in Osun State. And we have less than 9 local governments that have benefited from such. However, almost all the roads in Ede are being dualized with local government fund. So what it means is that the government taking further steps, like the lawyer said, should hold local government chairmen accountable to account for the money they received. They don't have immunity. The EFCC can take them to Abuja or to anywhere to drill them and obtain the real situation of things from them. And whoever is found guilty or wanting will face the music before the court of law. If the federal government does not take it to that level, the governors will continue to misappropriate local government funds, even where the Supreme Court has ruled that that is illegal.
All right, let's also look at, I'm still with you, Mr. Olawunmi. Let's look at the new, what I call it, political force that is coming up. Weeks back, there was a talk of a coalition, forming, and then the coalition chose the ADC as the platform to converge, as a force in 2027. I mean, you are a strong member of the All Progressives Congress in Osun State, right? Are you worried that this new, what I call a supposed heavyweight, might just, be a tsunami in the state?
Now, as the former governor of Adeleke as National Secretary, Adeleke worked in Kahu with the Adelekes to remove Oyetola from office. Now, their press officers have been firing sabres across the divide, accusing them of corruption against the other of misgovernance. So the panic, the second reason why Adeleke is panic in Osun State is because his godfather, Adeleke, joined another party. So instead of him joining that party because of the seeming differences between them now, over corruption allegations, he wants to come to APC. That's where the panic actually started. And the opposition in the states, if you look at the election result of 2022, the difference in terms of percentage was just 3.74%. If Adeleke leaves Adeleke today, the PDP and Governor Adeleke are already decimated. It does not give us worry in Osun State, because from all the indices and the outcome of misgovernance in Osun State, APC would not have much strength to win the election. So it does not worry us here.
Even with the influence of the former governor, in the states, talking about Ralph Aregbesola.
When he was a problem to us, was when he did not have a political party. Now he has ADC. He will also feature somebody as governorship candidate of ADC. Mm-hmm. He won't work for APC. He will not work for PDP. So we are good to go.
All right. Let me come back to you, Barrister. Okay, let's hear you, sir.
APC should not be overconfident. That's the point. I'm not a member of any of the parties.
Okay.
APC should not be overconfident. And this is the reason. The election that brought in Governor Oyetola in his I think 2019 or thereabout, the margin between the PDP and APC was very low. I'm not sure it's something plus. I'm not so sure, but that margin was extremely low at that time. Now, the coalition that is coming, APC should be up and doing. They should not just sit on the calculation. When we calculate this way, no, this is a game of number. The governor is the governor of the state. The resources of the state are available at his disposal to use. And that's what every governor does. Because there is no governor in Nigeria that does not use the resources of the state for the purpose of election. So they should not sit on that powers. Aregbesola should not be seen as somebody who has no connection whatsoever. If 500 people are still loyal to Aregbesola, the 500 people can be the deciding factor against APC. And so APC should be more, let me use the word, subtle, humble, and go ahead seeking the view of the people. They shouldn't rely on Abuja. It is not Abuja that we do it. It is the people in Osun State, the people in Ede, the people in Ikiru, and all that. They are the ones that we vote. Those ones in Ilesha, those ones in Ife. And so APC should work beneath the radar and work well. And the same way the PDP should do. I believe that the contest will be keen, but my counsel is simply this. Governor Adeleke, if he wants to stand on the ladder of PDP, he should put his house in order quickly. Time is still at his disposal. Things to rectify, like the gentleman has said. If he's being accused of nepotism, he should spread it. The North has accused Mr. President of lopsidedness of appointment. The president has come to choose some persons, appoint some person from the go make rectification.
All right. Dr. Benson, if you can hear me, we have a bit of connectivity issues here. We cannot hear you. You seem to be breaking. But we'll go on a quick break. When we return, we'll be taking our final thoughts. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Many thanks for staying with us. It's still Politics HQ on News Central Television. I still have my guest with me. I would be coming to you now, Mr. Olawunmi. Your final thoughts on this matter, particularly, this is the way I'm going to put it. As a member of the All Progressives Congress in the state, what would be your message to Governor Adeleke at this time?
I don't have a message for him, because he has less than 6 months before electioneering will come. So he should think about it, that when if there's an opportunity like that, he should not make a lawyer commissioner for health. He should not make a special advisor coming from Ondo State. He should not make a special advisor on the environment coming from Imo State, the place of birth of his mother. The next time, he should not make his sister, Antidupe Adeleke Sani, the consenting authority in his government. Whoever the lady does not approve of will not get anything in Osun State. We have seen a dynasty ruling a state of over 5-point-something million people, and everybody is complaining. So the lawyer, thank you very much for cancelling us that we should not be complacent. We don't want to be complacent. That is why we will not allow him in his party, in our party, because it's already a liability to himself. So those are my messages, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. And you still insist that should he choose to defect to your party, the APC, you still will not accept him?
He will not come to our party because he realized that he is not going to be. In 2017, when he went to Senate for by-election, he has resigned from our party because his late brother, former Governor Adeleke, was in our party with him. And he resigned in 2017 to pick the PDP ticket. And when he came back now as governor, he has removed a number of traditional rulers from office, even despite court rulings and judgments. Some towns and cities don't have their obas in their palaces.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Barrister Benson, just your final thoughts, 30 seconds.
My final thought is that the people of Osun should sit down and look creditably at who will govern them. They should look at APC, look at PDP, and make their choice. And the choice should be on merit, on that which will serve their interests, and not on what the politicians say alone. They should investigate and find out, who is this person? Will he meet our yearning? Will he provide for us? Will he meet our needs? And if they do, Osun, the state of living spring, will spring and spring well. I wish Osun people the very best. I wish Governor Adeleke the best. I wish APC the best. Let the best emerge. And they should do it according to the rule of the game and not what Abuja decides.
All right, thank you so much, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure having you on the show this evening. Once again, thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being with you.
All right, sir. All right, at this point, this is where we drop the curtains. In case you missed out, you can actually catch up on our YouTube platform. That's at News Central TV. You can also choose to follow us across social media. The handle is there on your screen. You can choose to follow me personally at Dapo at Digboye. Until I come your way tomorrow, good night.